It had been almost 3 years since anyone had seen Max. He used to be the kind of dog that made people smile just by walking past. Golden fur, bright eyes, and a tail that wagged even in his sleep. He belonged to a boy named Sammy, who had found him as a puppy behind an old bakery. From that day on, they were never apart, until the accident. That night still haunted Sammy. One moment they were playing fetch in the yard, the next, a loud bang, an open gate, and Max was gone. A storm was rolling in. Thunder cracked. Max, scared of loud noises, had run into the streets and disappeared into the night. Sammy searched everywhere. His parents helped. They printed posters, asked neighbors, called shelters. Weeks turned into months. Sammy didn't stop hoping, but hope hurts when it keeps letting you down. Each time the phone rang or someone said, "I think I saw a dog like that," his heart would race, only to break again. Eventually he stopped talking about Max, but he never stopped thinking about him. Every night he whispered, "Come back, buddy," before falling asleep. Far from the cozy houses and warm beds, Max had learned to survive. His golden coat turned dusty brown. His ribs showed. His eyes, once full of spark, looked tired. He slept under parked cars, behind dumpsters, or wherever it was dry. He got into fights over food. He limped from a bad fall once, but healed on his own. No one called his name. No one looked for him. But deep in his heart, something wouldn't let go. That boy. His boy. Sammy. Max didn't remember much about the streets he roamed, but he remembered Sammy's scent, his voice, the way his hands felt on his head. That memory kept him moving. One rainy evening, as the sky grew darker, Max found a broken gate near an old warehouse. He crawled through to find a bit of shelter, but he wasn't alone. Inside, a black dog growled at him from the shadows. Then another dog appeared, and another. Max stood still. He knew how this went, fight or run, but instead of fighting, the black dog limped forward and dropped a piece of bread in front of Max, a silent offer. Max sniffed it, then took a bite. The other dogs watched, then lay down again. These weren't enemies. They were like him, lost, hurt, hungry. That night, for the first time in months, Max slept beside others. Days passed. The pack grew close. They shared scraps, protected each other, and moved together. Max still missed Sammy, but he had a new family now, not by blood, but by survival. One day they wandered closer to the edge of town. There was more traffic, more people, more danger, but there was also more food. As the pack waited near a parking lot, Max's ears perked up. A sound. A voice. He froze. It wasn't clear. Just a few words, but something about it made his heart race. The pack began to move, but Max stayed. His eyes scanned the street. Then he saw it. A boy in a hoodie, walking, out of a grocery store. The boy stopped to talk to someone, laughed, and turned. Max's breath caught. It couldn't be. He stepped forward, then hesitated. What if he was wrong? What if the boy didn't remember him? What if he had a new dog? But then, as the boy turned, again Max saw something. The way the boy held his bag. The way he walked. It was him. Sammy. Without thinking, Max ran. Sammy was halfway to his bike when he heard it. A strange noise behind him. He turned and saw a thin, muddy dog running toward him. At first he tensed. Then something about the way the dog ran made his chest tighten. The eyes. Sammy dropped his bag. His hands trembled. "No way," he whispered. The dog stopped a few feet away, panting, shaking. His tail moved once. Twice. "Max?" Sammy's voice cracked. Max stepped forward, then stopped again, unsure. Sammy knelt slowly. "Is it really you?" he asked. Max let out a low whine. Sammy reached into his pocket and pulled out an old dog tag he still carried. He held it in his hand. Max stepped closer, sniffed the air. Then slowly he pressed his head against Sammy's chest. Sammy burst into tears. He wrapped his arms around Max, burying his face in the dirty fur. You came back? He sobbed. You came back. But the moment wasn't over. From behind, 3 dogs appeared from the alley. Sammy looked up, startled. Max pulled away and turned to face them. He didn't growl or bark. He just looked back at Sammy with soft eyes. Sammy understood. He stood and looked at the other dogs, thin, tired, waiting. Max wagged his tail gently and looked back again. These are your friends, huh? Sammy said. Max stepped beside one of them, the black dog who had given him bread. The others stayed behind, unsure of what to do. Sammy looked at them, then at Max. You want me to help them too? Max sat down and stared up at him, not blinking. Sammy nodded, wiping his face. Okay, let's go home. All of us. That night, Sammy's parents were shocked when he returned with 4 dogs instead of 1. But they didn't say no. They saw the way Max stuck close to the others. They saw the way Sammy held him like a lost part of himself. They gave them food, warmth, and soft beds. One needed a vet. One had an old scar. All of them were scared at first, but slowly they began to trust. Max didn't just come home that night. He brought others with him, just like he had been saved. He made sure they were too. And Sammy? He didn't just get his best friend back. He got proof that love, even when lost, can always find its way home.